Hey everyone, this is Dan from MMORPGtips.com with another part for the series for the Ultimate WoW Gold Guide that you can find on MMORPGtips.com. I will leave a link in the description for that as well. If you're enjoying the videos or finding MMORPGtips.com helpful, I would really appreciate a sub or comments or likes on this video. And it actually helps run MMORPG Tips, both the website and the YouTube channel. Anyways, we're almost finished with the dungeon part of the Ultimate Gold Guide on MMORPG Tips. The last ones of the Wrath and Burning Crusade dungeons are being posted this week on the channel. We're now in Drak'Tharon Keep, which has some crazy values on the transmog here, much like Gundrak that we did yesterday. The dungeon is pretty straightforward. You just want to skip the boss ahead right here, because he's gonna start this whole event that's gonna take a bunch of time and you're not gonna get anything valuable from that. But thankfully you can just run on straight past him. Other than that, it's all pretty straightforward. For me, it takes about 4 minutes to do a run, but I have a run speed character that I use to farm dungeons with. You can find a guide on that on MMORPGtips.com as well if you want to. But most classes are gonna be able to do it in less than 6 minutes anyway, so it's not that big of a deal for this dungeon. After you get to the last boss, you can just jump down a series of shafts and you will get back pretty close to the entrance. Some of the uncommon transmog that drops here has insane prices. The rare transmog isn't that good, but you can get a couple of pieces that are decent. The prices are probably this high because a lot of these Wrath dungeons have been neglected and people have mostly been farming vanilla dungeons. But I think the market's starting to notice that as well, so there's probably gonna be more people farming these Wrath dungeons and the prices will probably drop a little bit in the future. But still, in the 10 runs that I did here, I got a couple of pieces worth like 50 to over 100k each. And as all you gold farmers and transmog farmers know, this is low sell rate stuff, so it's gonna take a long time to sell everything. But as I keep saying, it's the more transmog you have on the auction house, the more you're gonna sell. So if you have been diversifying with the farming a lot of different dungeons, vanilla, the TBC and Wrath dungeons, you're gonna end up with a huge portfolio and eventually you're gonna start selling some transmog. For me at the moment, it looks like I'm selling about 1 to 2% of my inventory per day. And I'm closing in on 2,000 items on the auction house, mostly transmog, valued from around 1k to half a million per item. And I seem to sell about 30 to 40 pieces of gear per day with doing couple of cancel scans. So the market's pretty poor with the population drop currently, but still, if you manage to get in that like 1500 to 2000 item range on the auction house, you're still gonna see some sales. So let's have a look at Loot Appraiser after an hour, close to 340k, and as you can see, it's not an hour, it's 40 minutes, which is the time it took to do 10 runs. And that's actually really good. One of the best runs I've had in any dungeons in a while. And if we take a look at TSM as well, you can see 126k, that's the most valuable one. Might be hard to sell and probably will sell eventually for a bit lower than that, but who knows. And then a bunch of items from like 20 to 60k. The recipe's nice, that might actually sell. And then just a lot of items from like a couple of thousand up to 5,000-6,000. But yeah, that's it. It's a very good run to do once in a while. Remember that you don't want to flood the market and you don't need more than 1 or 2 of each item on the auction house. So don't spend the whole day farming in here just because it has high item value drops, because you don't really need that much of everything. But definitely hit up the dungeon, tell me how it goes. I hope you make a lot of gold. Again, if you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate subs and comments and likes. It really helps me out with running MMORPG tips. So thank you guys. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.